Winter is just around the corner as you get a look at Highmark Stadium just south of Buffalo, New York. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Buffalo Bills. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Allen off the play fake. He'll dump this off to Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Five wide.
Now Allen. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Now a run. Here's the first-round pick for Lakers draft. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
All right. 21G, 21. Watson, Oscar.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. You look at this Buffalo defense, and this unit very tough to throw against, currently second best in the NFL.
And this unit knows exactly where they rank. They're number 2 against the pass in the NFL. You know they have their sights set on being number 1, looking for a big game today.
Tua going to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 16. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
44. Ready. Ready, T. Turbo one high. Out.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0.
Jason Sanders
touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. The Bills at 11-1 now on the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Again, it's Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That second down play nets a -4. This defense for the Dolphins, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Fielded just inside the 20. Return there, giving it even 20 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the year. A 3-game winning streak really coming at the exact right time, Charles, to get them back into playoff contention.
And it's always a question of when do you want your football team to peak? And everyone always talks about you want to be playing your best ball going into the playoffs, but sometimes you need your best ball before that time. And this team, going into this stretch of games, they're certainly playing their best football of the year.
First play of the drive, lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. But now it's 3rd down. When you look at this defense, they come into play number 12 in the NFL against the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
21G. Watch it, Oscar.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's Cook again. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run him. Here's Cook. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
For the field goal, a 54-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Looking to pass. Tua. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. T.J. Sanders forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 45-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to run it. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now Tua. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Tua sets up to pass it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Here's Tua. Short throw caught by the tight end Oliver. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Ready. All right, go ahead. Go. Ready.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
They'll set up the screen to Hampton. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
It's good yardage there on 1st down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Tua's going to change things up. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Dolphins are able to widen their advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Allen going to throw. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
3rd down and 1. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. On play action, Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Middle. Alert! 5 wide. What's that?
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And this is incomplete. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Bills winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here in Buffalo. Now a 2nd and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. Down to the 25. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Here now a 3rd down and 8. Here's Allen to throw it. Has his man, it's Shakur. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet, as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. To the air, Allen. And that is incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8.
Monday. Look out.
Allen now looks to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Bills are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Until that late score here in the second quarter, they only have the field goal. So that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half. But when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as the head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Jack Fox set to kick off.
The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
82 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
Yeah, quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 6.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to lead the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 30. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Tua going to change the play. And again, it's Tagovailoa. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they try to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. They complete it to Hill. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Able to find the open man. That's complete. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
We're in the 3rd quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Looking for Knox on the crossing route. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Cook up the gut. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Running lanes led a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
At the 44-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 2. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And they're just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. They run it again with Cook. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. He'll try to do it himself. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
If there's one thing they are lacking in, it's confidence. They took a big and maybe unnecessary risk going for that fourth down. He put them on his shoulders, though, and paid off the big-time gamble.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
And now they'll throw with Allen. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Middle.
Throwing now is Allen. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27.
And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important third down.
The Dolphins on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw here. That is caught. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it's second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Tua going to throw. That's into the hands of Oliver. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They're probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Fielded at the 20. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pull it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So here's a 3rd and 14.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Finding Knox there, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
That's good for a Bills 1st down.
To throw, it's Allen. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 3.
Allen to throw once more. Allen going to run with it. Completes to Shakir once again. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Allen. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Complete right side to Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook from 6 yards away. And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So now Allen and the Bills going to stay out and go for 2.
The Bills are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
And he's going to get in for the 2 points. And that'll make this a 10-point game. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Jack Fox set to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. They'll have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
108 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. On the down, this is Amarian Hampton. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Back to throw is Tua. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. But at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him. Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field. Tagovailoa looking to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Miami first down, and the Dolphins are going to win the football game. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out. Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Turbo one high.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Ready. Ready, team. Ready. Ready.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Down to a knee goes Tua, and that should just about do it. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they've got to feel good about this performance.